Biblically, I will reiterate the aforementioned irrefutable factuality contra thou, best galaxy, that was explicitly articulated contra thou by Ter's verily, biblical Christological account, 40 win. Biblically, our biblical Christological God is absolute perfection and vice versa. Respond. Biblically, the host has put themselves on mute, so I'll continue where I left off. Biblically, what irrefutably supervenes annenting the omnibenevolent meta-onto theology, annenting our biblical Christological God, optimally is benevolent veracity, annenting finitely zoetic indemnification, annenting sepiternal zoeticness betwixt hers new kingdom. This coheres with John 3:16. John
We have
3:16.
another news. Australian Nuts Extra final planning in the 26th February.
Biblically, the host has put themselves back on mute. Biblically, I would appreciate it if thou addresses my irrefutable statements by either affirming said statement or repeating the following phrase: our God of the Bible is perfect. Biblically,
To the Australian Nuts Extra semi-finals 25 February. The final 26 February.
Biblically, the host has put themselves on mute. So we'll elaborate on John 3:16 contra there. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. Biblically, I would appreciate it if you unmute thyself and properly respond, announcing my irrefutable statements, announcing that our biblical Christological God is absolute perfection and vice versa. Respond. Biblically, the host has removed themselves from their own stream. So I'll continue evangelizing the awesomeness and announcing our biblical Christological God. Biblically, the immunity of finitely zoetic particulars possess the same meta-ontology, announcing the meta-ontotheology of our biblical Christological God, because the laws of logic / thought explicitly or implicitly are imperially identified to be actus purus. Biblically, actus purus is a philosophical Latin term announcing the pure actuality / absolute perfection of our biblical Christological God. Biblically, the laws of logic / thought comport with the predicative adjectives announcing the meta-ontotheology germane of our biblical Christological God. Thus, the laws of logic / thought semantically are a label unto our biblical Christological God. Biblically, our biblical Christological God is revelatory, eternal, immutable, omnitude, and ethereal. The laws of logic / thoughts are revelatory, prescriptive, eternal, immutable, absolute, and ethereal. Biblically, the antecedent premise and conclusion objectively is verily, for ter's actualities to explicitly be intelligible at terminus a quo unto finitely zoetic particulars. Biblically, for the laws of logic / thought to be semantically a label unto our biblical Christological God, comports with Colossians chapter 2 verse 3, Colossians chapter 2 verse 3, In him are hidden all the treasures of wisdom and knowledge. Biblically, the law of identity, particular A is particular A, coheres with Exodus chapter 3, verse 14. Exodus chapter 3, verse 14, God replied to Moses, I am who I am. This is what you are to say to the Israelites. Biblically, as we have 3 new people amid the StreamYard, I will reiterate the aforementioned irrefutable statement contra ye. Biblically, our biblical Christological God is absolute perfection and vice versa. Respond, sis. Biblically, our biblical Christological God massages my foot throughout the day and night. Responses. Biblically, the 3 people amid this StreamYard have got themselves muted. Thus, I will conclude by saying, well, I will.
What's up, Remy, the Filipino Go Animator 2K2?
Hey, Remy, the Filipino Go Animator 2K2. What's up?
Biblically, our biblical Christological God is infinite in size. Responses. Biblically, to further substantiate enacting the laws of logic unto general revelation is that the law of identity, particular A is particular A, coheres with Exodus chapter 3, verse 14, CSB. Exodus chapter 3, verse 14, CSB. God replied to Moses, I am who I am. This is what you are to say to the Israelites. I am has sent me to you. Biblically, the law of excluded middle, particular A or not particular A, coheres with Matthew chapter 5, verse 37, CSB. Matthew chapter 5, verse 37, CSB. But let your yes mean yes, and your no mean no. Anything more than this is from the evil one. Biblically, the law of non-contradiction, particular A can't equal not particular A, comports with 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 7, CSB. 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 7, CSB. And even things without life-giving sound, whether pipe or harp, except they give a distinction in the sounds, and how shall it be known what is piped or harped? Biblically, the law of cause and effect, particular A and particular B, coheres with Genesis 1:1, CSB. Genesis 1:1, CSB. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Biblically, our biblical Christological God.
Biblical. Yes.
Biblically, I would appreciate it if you respond to the aforementioned irrefutable statement announcing the absolute perfection of our biblical Christological God, which has been made known to thou at terminus a quo. Respond. Biblically, I will conclude this stream by evangelizing
the O-Neighbor host. Well, yeah, guys, let's go.
Biblically, respond to my statement, host.
Much better.
Biblically, respond to my statement, host, rather than muting thyself. I can see what you're doing on your computer as you've got your home screen recording amid this StreamYard. So repeat after me, host, by saying, our God of the Bible is perfect.
Aha! Stupid Russian user.
Biblically,
Wait, who?
repeat. Biblically, any one of you, repeat what I'm saying. Our God of the Bible is perfect.
I think that the third question mark.
Biblically, my interlocutors are not properly addressing my statements. Thus, I will conclude by saying, biblical Christological God bless. Biblical Christological account 40 win. Biblically, we will soon move over to the next portion of this video.